Thank you, Stephanie. Welcome, everyone. I will be running tonight's session, putting the players through a variety of situations and seeing how they respond. Joining me tonight are...
Hello everyone, I'm Lorne playing Dr. Padme Eisen, the Tiefling Artificer Extraordinaire.
Hi everyone, my name's Chris, and I'll be playing Maximilian T. Justice, Dragonborn Paladin of Glory, who's discovering that the real hostages were the friends we made along the way.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'll be playing Seymour Sunkissed, Warlock Newspaperman, and today's top story, we'll teach you how to invest in for-profit prisons.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, and I should be playing Chirrup, the Kenku Bard from the College of Whispers.
Hi, this is Stephanie, and I'm playing Molly Goldman, Socialist Cleric and Defender of the Proletariat.
I am Brendan, and I'll be playing Julius, the Vidalcan Wizard.
And last session, our party started off in the town of Brindle, having a lovely morning get-together until Seymour had found that the dragonborn sorceress Jirala that you have been chasing and preventing from acquiring artifacts had kidnapped his parents, leaving his father's thumb behind as evidence and sending him a message saying that if he did not reveal the location of the temple that you have found and promised to keep secret, his parents will be killed. In order to find out more information, you searched his house as well as the house of another merchant. In both places, you had found small altars involving upside down growing trees with the roots growing up looking like claws. As well, you found from your contact Braden that a prisoner in a for-profit jail held by the Grimshackle brothers was a member of the Grey Patriots and may well have information on where Jirala is currently, as the two groups have been feuding. Heading to the prison, you paid your way in, and going through this ramshackle at best building. The floors were weak. Molly actually fell through one of the floors. As you began to interview the prisoner Rathine and paid the money requested by the Grimshackle brother, were allowed to free her and take her with you, though as all of this was happening, a fire bell started ringing as smoke and fire started seeping through the floor beneath you, and as you were attempting to escape, you ran into another escaped prisoner, a massive Minotaur pirate, being able to talk your way out of a major conflict with them. Julius had dimension door through a window down to the main floor, had an interaction with some of the guards wondering what was going on, while the rest of the party ran down the stairs with Rathine to come to the main floor, where ahead of you you see a dwarf jailer struggling with one of the Grimshackle brothers. The jailer is holding their boss in a headlock, a short sword pressed up against the halfling's throat. You also see Julius, hands sort of up in the air nearby. "Back off or I'll slit the halfling's throat," the dwarven jailer growls at you. And we're just going to back up a couple of seconds. So Julius, you are in this room with the Grimshackle brother and this dwarven jailer, and after the other two jailers were sent off and are starting a bucket chain to start putting out this fire that is raging above you, the dwarf will turn to you and just say, "Who are you here to visit?"
Obviously, I know a little bit more than I should at this point.
Yes.
Can I roll insight to see what his intentions might be with asking that? So I know whether or not to tell the truth.
Sure.
10.
You're not sure. Could be concern, could be sheer curiosity as to what exactly you're here. And knowing that this is a for-profit prison, it seems a sensible time or a sensible thing to ask.
I am here for information from one of the inmates, that is all.
You paying for them to get out?
I did.
It's just the half-orc.
It may be. Why I ask why?
And it is at this point that you hear the sound of footsteps coming down the stairs, and he draws his short sword and grabs the boss and just says, "'Cause that's who I'm here to break out, and I'm afraid you're getting in my way." And this is where we pick up, as he is now telling all of you to back off or I'll slit the halfling's throat. And he will look at Rathine and say, "I'm here for the Patriots. They're waiting across the river.
I
You
look
coming?"
back. Max looks back and goes, "You don't want to go with him."
So, just out of character, Patrick, didn't the half-orcs say they wanted to get away from them last session?
The half-orc was willing to go with you to get out of the prison and definitely told you they had no love left for the Patriots.
Okay, good. I figured that.
But that was when
that
she was
the
in
case.
chains. So,
Yeah.
situation's a little different.
It's fluid. She's currently still
Stepping away from him slowly?
So we're just leaving, right? Just letting him with his hostage that we don't give a shit about?
Yeah.
We need the hostage, though, for a reason.
No, we don't.
No,
he owns the prison. He's a piece of shit. Let's just go.
You gotta help me.
Him dying.
You gotta help me. Don't let me die.
Him dying will actually probably cause his brother to get mighty pissed at us and come looking for revenge.
Yeah.
Why? We didn't kill him.
Okay, hold on, guys. Let me. All right. Yeah. Patrick's just moving away, and I'm not going to be able to do anything. All right. Okay.
So, Max, well, first of all, give me a persuasion check as you speak to Rathine.
All right. Persuasion check. 21. Like, you don't want any part of this. Look at who this is. You know you can do better than this.
You can offer me better?
I can offer you freedom, which means you'll never have to go back to them. It's freedom from the noose. And it's freedom to live.
Good news keeps you from the bad news.
Yes. And then I will turn to the jail and I will say, as for you, your mission has ended in failure. So let him go, or I will be angry. And I will look at him very sternly.
Give me an intimidation check.
6.
You're a lawman. You can offer me safe passage if I let him go, or you can pay for him. No one's going to care about this little man.
Yes. Or I could do this, and then I will I will go for that second option. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Well, let's roll initiative then.
Yeah.
He sees you start to inhale.
He was a Grey Patriot. We were going to do this anyway at some point.
Nat 20. Also, he's a Grey Patriot, and fuck him.
Oh, boom. Oh, yeah.
Please, waste your turn attacking the person we don't care about.
Toot toot.
Yeah, Max, your breath bursts forth.
Okay, he needs to make a... Well, technically him and Ukaram need to both make me a Constitution saving throw. As I rush forward. And that's what... No, that is my attack. Technically speaking, I'm replacing my attack with a breath weapon attack. So I still get the... I still
One
get
more
the shield
level.
patch.
That is an 11 and a 4.
Oh, okay. They're both incapacitated until the start of my next turn. So pepper spray for all.
Yeah, they both lock up, and you can see the dwarf is trying to put this short sword into the neck of the creature, but nothing happens.
Free object interaction, disarm him, and then I will use the rest of my movement to basically lean on him with, getting my manacles out.
Easy enough to do.
Taser breath? Yeah, we'll go with taser breath. I like that.
All right, with that, you are out of... you have incapacitated him and got him easily under your control.
We have a whole turn with like 6 people.
Exactly.
Yeah, don't worry. He's duct taped in a bag. It's fine.
Well, Karen, a question for you.
Eventually, they sort of shake themselves off and go, yeah, what?
How much is this one worth for you?
Nothing. We're just going to throw him in the basement.
Oh, no,
All
he's
right.
our prisoner right now. How much do you want to hand him over to you?
This isn't a money-making opportunity. This
Yeah.
guy's going downtown.
I agree with Maximilian T. Justice.
I've been waiting the whole campaign to say that.
He
Look at
knows
him,
where
you know.
the rest of the gay patriots, that they're just across the river. How far is that river from here?
Outside the prison, and he just says it's just a couple of them on horseback.
It is unlikely we'd be able to catch them on horseback.
We have horses.
On the other side of a river.
On the other side of the river.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, by the time we cross the river, they'd be gone.
Yeah, they're gone. All right, nope, fair enough.
Hey, Max, looks like we're on the wrong side of the river.
Where's the nearest crossing? Too far? Great.
It is at this point you start to hear sounds of sort of yelling and still a little bit more concerned as the water brigade starts to get going, and most of the fires above you have been started to be put out, and Ukaram will just look at you and just say, please, just go. It's going to be a long day cataloging the damage this fool did.
Absolutely. As I throw the dwarf over my shoulder, squirming, and I just look right down at him and I say, you are going to be providing medical assistance to those trapped upstairs, right?
Of course.
Of course you are. Because I don't want to hear any different. Right?
I think someone doesn't really care for you.
Let's
And
go.
your authority.
Karan, remember, we could have simply let him kill you.
Yeah, that would have worked for me too. Would you like me to let him go right now?
Absolutely. Let him go.
Well, we're not. Because he could testify for all sorts of things. Who knows? Maybe you've done something we've not seen. Leniency can come in all sorts of forms. Anyways, Ukaram, have a nice day. We'll just be taking off with him now. Bye.
Yeah, with that, you guys can exit. You can still see smoke coming out of the second floor windows, but it is definitely lessening. Rathine tenses up and then sort of calms, and as you exit the main doors, you actually hear a sharp kind of whistle, and then you can just see a little bit of maybe dust rising across the river as clearly the people who were waiting for her didn't see her and decided to depart on their own.
Can anybody throw their voice?
I can.
Tell them we'll be back for them.
That's
No.
not throwing your voice, that's yelling.
I've seen it such that people can throw their voice magically.
I'm sure
I would
he can shake
think-
his head.
I would think Chirp of anyone in the party would probably have that skill, given how useful it would be in his profession.
Yes. Oh, well. We've got all we need right here. Now, let's all have a nice, productive conversation. And I've led this too much. So, Seymour, go ahead and start.
Yeah, Rathine will say, "You've kept your part of the bargain. What do you want to know?"
Well, we want to know where are the Great Patriots? Let's start with that.
Probably at the King's Pyre. It's a ruined statue they use as a hideout. They're planning to meet with the Claws of Tiamat there to discuss a truce. The Patriots have a long ship. They enter by way of a sea cave.
And when is this meeting?
I should think it started yesterday.
Ooh.
Probably still there. It's going to be a long negotiation.
Can we start moving towards the wagon then? Because we need to get on this. How far? Show us on the map.
You guys are...
Extremely blurry.
Oh, it hasn't...
Give it a sec.
Yeah.
It loaded for me. We're at Brindle.
Yeah. You've traveled a little ways up the river. It is basically not too much further up along the river because it exits out into, a lake. So it would take you only a few hours to get there, but you can get there by land and go around the river, or you can... Oh, wait, no, actually, you guys are down here. Yeah, that's the wrong token. Yeah, so yeah, nope, you guys are in the right place. So yeah, it's a few hours away. You're in a region that the bandits have been using. So you would be able to get there by late afternoon if you continued on today, or, tomorrow if you wanted to rest.
What do you guys think?
We should probably hurry.
Yeah.
We can take we can rest in the wagon on the way.
Yes.
We bring the wagon? Somebody took horses.
Oh, maybe we took horses.
You're not in the wagon, you're on horses.
Yeah.
We have time to take a short rest at least, right?
You have time for a long rest.
No, like if we you said we could show up tomorrow if we took a rest, or show up today, right?
Yes.
So if we show up today, do we still have time for a short rest?
It's a couple hours away, so if we're riding, we can still... Or is that... That's effort, isn't it?
That is effort. I am going to say you will want to take a short rest, so I'll make it a little bit longer. It's going to be a day's travel.
All right. So we did promise Rathine that we'd let her go. Okay, Rathine, we're going to be heading up towards...
Is that all you want to know?
Oh.
No, Chirp wants to know more.
Yeah,
much more.
What do you think we need to know? And then we may have more questions.
Well, and she'll look at you, Maximilian, and say, you know Krullik was once a lion.
Yes. Do you
He
know?
was framed after he arrested some influential noble. We broke him out of prison, and banditry started as a way to strike back against this noble's merchant holdings, but it's become a little more of a way of life.
Yeah, and there are other ways of proving Sand's innocence in these matters. He's no longer an innocent party in this. There's a lot of murder behind Mr. Krullik.
We've never murdered anyone. We only rob.
And hating to ask, do you know the name of that noble?
I don't. I know they have enough power behind them that there's no way Krullik would have ever gotten a fair shake. There are 14 in his band.
Mm-hmm.
You probably have heard of Ruse, the Talashan berserker. And there's a new Calamshite called Little Eric. Ruse is blind in her left eye, and the Calamshite believes he's cursed. A hag once told him the hoot of a screech owl would foreshadow his death.
I'm going to look at Julius. What kind of owl does he have?
Um,
An undead one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
that's
you're
even
right.
better.
Now it's
even
undead.
better.
Wasn't
And
a screech owl in life, though.
he also runs with a moon elf archer who wields a magic bow. They all wear gray hooded cloaks. I assume you know.
We've had our dealings with them. With your little band. Listen, if Sand is innocent of these of the charges that have been brought against him, these things can be discovered. I think at this point we have enough clout in the Vale to be able to make that case, but Sand still is a criminal scumbag who's violated his oaths. Jail will be a very lucky place for him, if not swinging from a yardarm.
He's still not as bad as that Jarala.
Oh no,
We've got
We
information
do wish to speak to you
that
about it then.
she has some terrible monster in her employ, and they take captives from their raids whom they sacrifice to some dark goddess.
Oh,
Apparently, she also has a magic book in her wagon that dictates messages on command.
Oh,
Chirrup's eyes are going to pop up at that.
Her, I don't know if you've seen them, but her kobolds are also weird. Her magic has warped them. They're
Something buggy about
strange.
them.
Yeah, they're weird. And her second in command has wings and like two heads. Easy to spot.
have we ever met this guy?
You've seen him Witchcross.
Okay, so like a two-headed kobold with wings.
Yep.
Do the Great Patriots know where the cult is operating out of?
No.
Where's their main base?
No. Don't know.
Quick clarification question. Rathine said she was done with the Grey Patriots last, or is she still a member of?
When she was still in chains and you came to get her, she said she was done with them.
Okay, good. Chirrup's going to. Sorry, go ahead.
She is now freed, and you convinced her not to go with York Brokenjaw, so she seems to be holding to her word.
Okay, so Chirrup will point to the map and just chirp out camps, hideouts as he taps the map.
She lets you know that, the Grey Patriots use the King's Pyre. That's their hideout.
Oh, there's no
Other
other secondary locations is basically what he was trying to ask.
Other than
Like
that,
any
they have a longboat
Yeah,
That's why. That's
Okay.
one of the reasons they've been difficult to track.
All right,
Okay. I thought
Yeah.
they had like multiple locations, not just the one.
And the King's Pyre is on the lake.
It's along, the coastline of the lake. So
Yeah. All right. Excellent. Do I know where that is?
You do.
Or I
do.
It's a fairly famous old ruin. Not a lot of people ever go there, but everybody kind of knows about it. And Braden is, kind of horrified by the idea of a truce between the two and is willing to give you either a small sailboat or horses, depending on how you wish to approach.
That's a good question. If they sail out, I don't know how much they watch the water entrance. If I would think that they would be wanting to watch the land entrance more than the water entrance. If that makes any sense.
It
if
certainly
it's
has
secret-
a degree of making sense, because one would assume more people would attack via land, as boats are less likely.
Yeah, I like the idea of going out on a boat. If this cave is as secluded and hidden as they seem to think it is, might be a great element of surprise for us.
Now, what are we doing with the two prisoners?
Oh, that's a good question.
Our dwarven friend will likely go face judgment in Brindle.
Oh, I mean, we don't have time for that right now. So what are we doing
Well,
with
if it's
them?
a day's ride out from
Braden's-
here,
Braden's
Braden can take them in. Rathine, technically, you paid her way out of jail. She's free.
She's free to go. I don't think a lot of people are going to be happy to see her, though.
What other
I'd
information
recommend
does
perhaps-
she have for us, if any?
what is the nature of the conflict between the Grey Patriots and Jarala's group? They seem to be more than just running into each other.
They were both robbing people on the Iron Route.
And it's just a matter of competition?
They got in our way and started killing us. Aye.
I've seen the aftermath of one of these little bouts of competition. That was not just a minor disagreement.
No, and that's why Krulik wants to negotiate with him. He doesn't trust him, but he thinks he can work with them rather than have a greater enemy. He's getting pressed on two sides.
Oh, I don't think Krulik knows exactly just who in the hell he's fucking with here.
The goal of this particular group is not slavery.
I assume all of the treasure and loot and everything that the Great Patriots took would be at their hideout. They wouldn't have stashed it anywhere else then.
Correct.
Cool.
Let's get going.
And we get a long rest, right?
Yes.
All right. So we'll let Rathine stay with us as long as she wants, and if she wants to go, I think at this point she's basically earned her value. I would recommend that she leaves the Vale immediately. Not necessarily because she has to, but she probably wants to.
Just sign my charter first.
She will happily do that as you have freed her, paid her bond.
Jarala.
Sign here and
Jarala.
here and here.
Do you really want to give her power of attorney?
I'm not giving her power of attorney. She has signed the charter as a free citizen.
Emphasis on free.
Yes, indeed. Emphasis on free.
All right. To the King's Pyre, where we will hopefully not be sworn by 2 of our enemies at once.
Perhaps we could play them against each other.
That's the plan.
How so?
I don't know yet. But
Well, we don't know if either side isn't trying to ambush the other to begin with.
Oh, I
If
think the
we
claws are
were
mostly.
If we were to kill several members of one side, appearing as members of the other side,
That doesn't really agree with me.
Where are we going to get clothes, though?
It could be a way to sow some discord.
Grey cloaks cannot be that hard to find.
They have like a particular Patrick. Do they have like a particular style of gray coat, a symbol, sort of thing, like a uniform?
They're pretty basic, but they are. Rathine would tell you that they are styled fairly straightforwardly, but nothing that you wouldn't be able to get a close approximation of, and may be able to find, on the longboat or something like that if you approach that way, she says.
Okay, noted.
We were to disguise ourselves as Grey Patriots and slaughter several of the kobolds. That might be enough to end negotiations and get them fighting each other.
I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not an assassin.
We don't need to be assassins. They are all valid targets.
Chirrup will raise his hand.
Yes, Chirrup.
No, Maximilian. When Maximilian
I think she's just willing.
Yeah, no, she's volunteering
willing.
to be an assassin.
It is not assassination during what is effectively a war.
It's more like being a spy.
I wouldn't even call it that.
Chirrup still has his hand raised, kind of like looking at his ceiling around, like, I can spy, I can kill.
Yes, why? Of course, I agree.
We are not killing a political enemy. We are killing a
Yes.
very real, very capable enemy.
Okay, but just combatants only, okay?
I wasn't suggesting anyone else.
Yeah,
Alright.
like, we're not going to be killing, what, children? I doubt there's children in these camps.
I mean, don't kill people if they're not wearing armor and wielding weapons. That's all I'm saying.
We weren't
Wait
suggesting
till they put on their armor?
We simply need to kill several of Jarala's men, all of whom would be guilty of several crimes.
Yeah. Okay, just again, combatants only. Nobody who's not like prepared to fight. I have a thing about killing, unarmed people. It's kind of against my religion.
We are not going to kill anyone unarmed, I promise you, Maximilian T. Justice.
Wait, that ooze had no arms.
Seymour,
you
are
Max
a
Mel?
wordsmith. You should know what I mean by that.
Is Max Mel?
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 Malcolm Reynolds?
Latin.
Am I Mal? No, I'm a lot nicer than Mal.
And Max, you suddenly have a problem with killing unarmed combatants?
When did we kill unarmed combatants?
Well, your order...
The wasps?
They were armed. They were raiders. They did bad things. They had knives.
I'm teasing you.
Yes.
What about all the union busting your order has done?
That's dragging people off to jail. That's not killing. There's a court process involved in that.
Do you really believe that?
Yes.
I believe Maximilian T. Justice has faith in the system to a fault, Molly Goldman.
That is true.
Yes, I called myself Maximilian T. Justice.
I presume your parents named you that for some reason?
No, it's complicated. I was left in a basket at an orphanage affiliated with the Church of Torm, and I gave myself the name because it sounded cool, okay?
Oddly familiar background. I was left in a basket at an orphanage of the priests of Kellamvor.
Look, adventurers, it's a common origin story. Seriously, you need to read more comic books. Anyways,
You
let's head
don't have parents? I have parents.
I assume I have parents. I just don't know who or where they are.
But weren't there people that cared for you at the orphanage?
Oh, yes. Many. I had a great childhood.
Well, wouldn't they be your parents? And I presume one of them named you Max T. Justice.
Not really parents, but, I had a lot of good teachers. I have very fond memories.
Anyways.
Do any of you have proficiency in water vehicles?
In backstory.
Nope.
What's that?
Not in any way, shape, or form. We might have to go by land.
What, we're not taking the boat?
I want to take the boat, but...
We're still out of the prison, right?
No, at this point I would say you guys have left and are back and, in town and planning your route at this point, whether you want to go overland or over water.
We could have paid to free the pirate.
We're back in Brindle?
And had him sail us down the river?
I mean, the pirate was cool, but come on, he's a psychopath. I'm not trusting that. Great, so we've already dumped off the dwarf. Great.
Why isn't the dwarf with us? He can walk.
No, he walked back with us. Well, he rode back with us.
You all had horses, yeah.
Yes. And then we just sort of dropped him off at the local constabulary and great patriot, hostage taker, bad guy, go.
I'm not a great patriot. They just paid me. I work at the
so
jail.
You're an asshole. Great. Get him off. Get him out of here. All right. Yeah, we might have to do this over land if we can't sail.
Or we could
need
hire
proficiency.
We could hire someone in town. I'm sure there are people in a town on the river who can operate a vehicle.
Yeah, so they're willing to go towards Great Patriot HQ, though.
Looking at the rates for hirelings?
Well, wouldn't we just be the ones actually engaging in the danger, and they would not be?
The hirelings would be putting themselves in grave danger. But they might be willing to do it.
You could hire a rowboat, or just get a rowboat.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. All right. I start limbering up my limbs. Rowboat.
I would say you're able to find a decent map of the area, and you can see that it really is, easy enough to go overland, even though you'll have to go through wild grasslands and some wind-whipped cliffs. But, by water, it is definitely a shorter journey. And, with Rathine's information, she would let you know that, the Patriots use this sea cave, but that will, get you to the Patriots side of this meeting, not the Kobold side.
Well, ideally we need to get to the Patriot side first to get the correct cloaks, right?
If you want to appear as Patriots.
Is that the plan? We didn't really settle on one.
Yeah.
Till we have a better plan, yeah.
I'd say we just play it by ear.
You don't have ears, Maximilian T. Justice.
I've got ear holes. Look, let's put aside the discussion of Dragonborn anatomy later. Also, these nostrils, which are a little bit more human than I would like. I don't know where I got them, but whatever.
Apparently, it costs a silver piece per mile to hire a ship. According to the player's handbook, or 2 gold pieces per day for a skilled hireling.
That's a lot.
I mean, I'll pay for it if it's just going to get us there faster.
Yeah, a sailboat properly sailed would definitely get you there a little bit faster.
Not too gold.
Chirrup,
Hmm.
give me a straight charisma check, please.
Oh, straight charisma.
With advantage, because you have money.
Ha ha. Money, 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 money.
You're able to find someone inside the Welcomers organization that can handle a silent evening boat trip.
Ooh. Cherub just randomly shows up one night with dude in tow. Captain! As he introduces him to the other members of the party.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Got a
What is
boat?
your backstory, my friend?
Sorry, what was that?
loving family,
Hmm?
fisher folk.
Let's get
Quiet.
going.
All right. A shady nighttime insertion. How exciting. Let's do this.
Yeah, what time do you want to arrive? Do you want to get there of an evening? Do you want to get there of a day?
Evening?
I say we get there of an evening.
Yeah, we get there at an evening. We silently take out whatever's, or as silently as possible, take out the people on the boat or around the boat, guarding the boat.
All right, yeah. You easily enough are led by Quint, who gets you in this sailboat. It is, sort of foggy on the water. Everything, kind of looms in the distance, shrouded by mist. And, he is ably allowing you to approach. And as the fog swirls aside, it reveals the king's pyre. The effigy of a king carved into the stone of the cliff face, a full 80 feet tall from toe to crown, seated on a rocky ledge overlooking the water. Trees spout from the statue's lap. You see moss clinging to its weathered surface, and in its right hand, it grasps a goblet. Tumbling waterfalls flank the statue, bathing its body in a glistening spray. You can see structures of various degrees of permanency surround the statue, coils of smoke winding lazily through the misty air. And you can see that there is, in fact, and I will say you clearly would have used your familiars to be able to scout out. So you can see there are some small caves near the top. There clearly are two separate camps. The one with the longboat on the right-hand side is clearly the Grey Patriots. There are people milling about. The far side clearly appears to be the kobolds. You can see that in the goblet, there is a kobold stationed there looking to light what appears to be a massive signal pyre, presumably keeping watch over everything. Other than that, Seymour, give me a perception check using your invisible imp, I would presume.
Yep, I was going to say we bring Log Index. All right, so look through his eyes. 16.
Okay. You also pick up that there, appear to be a couple of cave entrances along the top, and then two larger caves, one on either side. There appears to be a large rope running from this little cliff down to the tree. And it looks like the two parties are meeting and are negotiating where the left hand of the statue is. and there's a group of people that are there and are clearly kind of conversing. And off over on the left, you can see there's a group of kobolds with what appears to be a tall ogre that is guarding the path about 2/3 of the way down. And up at the very top of the path on the left appears to be a human figure strapped to a tree. And now, Seymour, the next morning, before you have set out, you once again get the message saying, "Time's up. What is the location of the temple?" You can give us that, or tell us which of your parents you want to die first.
All right, so I would have talked with Bad Bay about this. How many words do I have to respond with?
He told you 20, or she told you 25.
Right. I guess we would have also talked about what we should say when the kidnapper calls back.
I thought we were
You guys-
going in at night.
Yeah,
This is
This
the
is-
morning of.
This is the morning of.
Oh, okay.
And I do know the location, but I only know, but they only know the picture of it, right?
You have the pictures of the inside. You know where it actually is.
All right, so we're gonna tell them that it.
You know it's down here in the Brown Hills.
Yes. Okay, so it's that place. What are we gonna tell them? Tell them that it's somewhere else. It'll take them a while to figure out I'm lying.
Will it?
I hope so.
They can teleport.
Any collapsed caves that anybody knows about that we could say it was there, but it collapsed on our way out? Rock slides, tumbles, things like that.
If we're gonna send him somewhere, I want to send him somewhere remote.
They
And
can teleport.
yeah, that's true. But what about the bottom of Lake Reston? It'll take him a while to figure out how to get under Lake Reston.
They have the picture of it, though. I believe.
Yeah, they have pictures of the interior, which did not show water.
Oh, they just have the interior. I thought they had the picture of the gates. Okay.
Oh, they have all the pictures you did, so yeah, presumably they would have
Oh, so it's
some pictures of the outside as well. Then yeah, so
I mostly
they can
just
see it somewhere in the mountains.
I mostly just took a sketch of the gates. So I don't think there's too much extra information in that, I hope. Seymour's kind of lazy. It's going to be a woodcut, so we wouldn't be putting in any identifying mountains in the background.
No, they would see that, yeah, there was a circle of stones and clearly in the mountains or a rocky area, and then yeah, they're whatever you drew inside, which was the pillars, because you definitely
Yes, the
took
pillars,
images
yeah.
of the dragons.
Yes, that I remember doing, the pillars. Okay. So where are we sending them? Like up here?
I don't know where up here is.
Oh, I was pointing on the main map, top right.
Okay, so somewhere up in Giant Shield then.
Yeah. And I'll say something like, we were teleported there, so I don't know the exact location. It was in the Giant Shield, near such and such mountain. Because we know this is the cult that's threatening, right?
We actually don't. I don't think. We didn't get any confirmation about who it was. We just had suspicions.
I don't think we should tell them we were teleported.
And just say, I don't know.
Because that means they know that they can find someone else who knows the location.
Yeah, so just say
True.
just say at the mouth of looking at the rivers here, at the
I was
mouth
just, source of
Iron River, the Witch Stream, at the source of the Iron River, 10 miles north into the mountains.
Gonna go with that. Hello? We okay there?
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a deception check then, please.
Alright. This is one thing I didn't actually do well on, because Seymour doesn't lie very much.
Roll it like your strength checks.
Do you have inspiration?
I was just checking, no.
I don't think you're with him to give him guidance.
Why
No.
wouldn't I be with him?
Because it's first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning, and you have to respond basically immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been his inner monologue here, going over everything we've said before.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I just gotta check the time, because we knew they were going to be calling back. I just gotta check how long this lasts. One action, an hour. So an hour before they did it half an hour before they did it last time, I will cast Borrowed Knowledge and use Deception. Popping that up.
Give me an insight check first.
Okay.
We're gonna see how
Oof. 12.
how close you get it. Yeah, I'll say you get it within the hour. All right.
So 20.
Everything goes quiet. Then another voice the voice comes back and says, "We will check. If you're lying, do you want mommy or daddy killed first?"
Let me think about it? Question mark?
Just draining their spell slots.
Yep.
If they have the ability to teleport, though.
Still, it's spell slots.
I'm hoping they're at this meeting. That's really what I'm banking on right now.
Yeah, that's what this whole deception plan is all about.
Well, I don't think the person doing this is at the meeting, because why would they be? They need to be able to go investigate.
Well, I'm still not 100% they have anyone.
I think his dad is part of the cult.
Yeah, I think that's the general assumption.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
So with that and seeing the King's Pyre up close now, any change to your plans? You can see the longboat in the water. Even through the fog, I will say you can pick up a couple of lights. There are a couple of bodies on the main deck. You can see the sea cave in front of you, but you now have the lay of the land above. Any change to your plans?
Is the longboat out? Or is it in the cave?
It's outside the cave. It's in that actual picture.
Oh.
You can see it down at the bottom right.
Oh, I'm not a very good swimmer. Or climber.
Yeah, so the plan is the three approaches are, go down the road and fight ogres and God only knows what else. Sail into the cave and come in via dungeon, or try to scale the cliffs from the top or from the bottom. I don't like the cliff idea. Cave, I think, is our best option. It's our best bet.
Are we going to sneak by the ship instead? Wait till it gets a little darker and try and quietly sail by?
Ideally, we insert ourselves as far into this place as possible before raising an alarm.
But we won't. But we'll have a ship full of Grey Patriots behind us potentially.
Maybe. Did anybody keep any of the daggers from any of the kobolds, any of the Closet Tiamat symbols, any of that stuff?
I don't think I did.
No.
Yeah. All right.
don't
So we
think
can't
so.
sink the boat and blame it on them. Yeah. I'd say we get ourselves stuck in as far as possible.
Freezing, Max.
All right. So, are you going to try and get the boat you're in into the cave past the longboat, which is possible? It is a foggy night. Or do you want to try and swim past? The water doesn't appear terribly deep near the edge, as far as you can tell.
Seymour
What is your approach
Sunkist?
going to be?
Seymour Sunkist, do you know the light cantrip?
I have dancing
Yes.
lights.
Well, then we should not swim.
You could
I
walk
don't
underwater.
understand.
We can walk underwater and light it up.
I'm terribly afraid of being underwater, so no. Snorkels. If I see a snorkel, I just have a panic attack.
Yeah, just
Oh,
a
boy.
phobia just came out of nowhere. I was going to recommend swimming in,
Oh.
but
You certainly can. The boat is just in the corner of the map, so you can plan your approach how you see fit. You can see the cliffs are scalable. The dark cave is in front of you. There is, the boat off to one side, and you can see figures crossing it.
I think our best bet is to quietly sit in the boat and try and drift in, right?
Well, does that boat look like it's visible from the top of the cliffs? Or is it too close to be visible?
If somebody was keeping a lookout on it, it might be visible. You can give me a perception check.
Can Carol...
Well, I mean, I will. You can using the one that you've already, because you've already scouted this place. You didn't see any obvious lookouts from the banditry's side. You could see the kobold up at the edge here is like waiting with like a torch in hand to obviously light the beacon, presumably if something goes wrong. But that's what you were able to make out.
We should take him out for sure first.
That wouldn't be obvious.
I do not believe it to be safe to try and take him out. I think the best options are either to sneak into the cave or try to silently deal with the men on the boat.
I'm going to suggest we hit the cave. Let's get out of sight.
All right, let's sneak out.
All right. Are you going to
Swim.
go in with the boat, or you're going to swim? All right. You
I
get
think
into
we
the
should
water.
swim.
Everyone can give me a stealth check then, please.
Oh, I want to re-roll that.
Natural 1. God damn it.
3.
Guidance myself.
So, about
Yes.
staying in the boat,
Well,
as
I
you
mean,
all flounder off the back.
I got a 13. Whoa,
Thank
Seymour.
I mean, he is motivated.
And strong now.
He is. But not fast.
That is a group success.
Whoa, they must
Just
be drunk.
Oh my god.
Barely. It's because of the fog.
Oh.
would we have
wow.
advantage of the fog?
So glad
No,
I
but they
re-rolled.
have disadvantage.
Ah.
So, Max, how you feeling?
Like danger is all around.
I have to
Alright.
admit, this is a very nice map.
I will
It
thank Bozman. He created this map based on the Adventurers League module. I can take no credit for this. And the image, Will Doyle, who's one of the writers, actually put that up on Twitter.
Ooh.
So yeah, you are able to swim into this cave. You see a pebble beach nestles inside here. A rowboat has been pulled up, stowed away next to a narrow passageway leading upwards. And the cavernous cave echoes with the ebb and flow of the tide.
All right. Does the cave go further in?
It is. There you see a narrow passageway leading upwards. It is completely dark in here, though. So what you are seeing, you see it sort of taper off leading upwards, but those of you without dark vision cannot see more than about 25 feet inside here thanks to the light outside.
I would have suggested before we enter that we avoid light for as long as possible, and thus those of us with dark vision would be more better off guiding those without. Which I think means Molly and Max, and I don't know about Chirp or Julius.
I think I still have your goggles at night unless you took them from me.
I have not taken any of my items back unless they have been returned to me. Which means, technically speaking, I had a bow, which means I have an item I can give up.
So Chirp will climb up Max's back and just kind of like sit on his shoulders and just kind of turn his head to guide him.
Do you have a magic bow, Chirp?
Do I need a magic bow?
Do you have one currently?
No, I thought, oh god, Haboob had that.
Haboob had it, but Haboob is not here.
I can't do... I don't think I can do a bow. Is a bow a simple weapon?
Ranged weapon, so if you have a crossbow, I can give you a repeating crossbow with magical ammunition.
Sure, I'll take that.
So it is a +1 crossbow that creates its own ammunition.
Awesome, thank you.
I believe it ignores the loading property too.
Yes, that too. But at level 4, that doesn't bother us.
Yeah.
Chirp will just chitter happily at this, although quietly, so no one hears him.
This would have been at the beginning of the day as we were setting up camp. I was tinkering.
Fair enough. Then yeah, you all hear Chirp's like little chirps of joy as he's just constantly firing off this crossbow into a tree to like test his aim and accuracy and everything.
The other thing I have is my potion of the day is a potion of healing, which for me is what is it? 2d4 plus 4.
So we're slowly recreating Radigan in bits and pieces. Got it.
Well, I'm a potion maker, though.
Yeah, true. All right.
So who is going to take the lead in this dark cavern?
Not Max.
So Patrick, because Ian is sort of dealing with a baby problem. Does Seymour have Devil Sight?
No.
Okay, that makes things interesting. And does Julius have dark vision?
Julius is currently wearing goggles of night.
Right, we got that set. Okay, so
Index can go ahead and make sure there's nothing. He can see 120 feet and let us know if there's anything.
And so can the owl. So I would probably team up with Max.
Chirp is already riding on Max's shoulder.
Okay.
He's going to just like turn Max's head.
So Chirp is guiding Max.
Yep.
It's like Ratatouille. You're pulling his hair and making him go.
Yeah.
Okay, so Julius, do you want Seymour or Molly?
I will guide Molly.
Okay, Seymour, hold my hand. Don't make a sound.
Okay.
So I'm leading Seymour.
All right. I will say Index if they fly up ahead invisibly. The passageway curves upward, is empty. At the top, you do see the cave entrance, which is there. And you see a 3-tiered chessboard on the ground just outside of the cave mouth. Its pieces set in mid-game positions. A loaf of bread and a wineskin sit next to it. The Outlaw Camp lies to the south, half hidden behind a rise of boulders. You can see their campfire is lit. And you see a woman in a gray cloak crouches next to the chessboard, studying the pieces. She appears to be alone. What do you have Index do?
Stepped away for a moment.
Okay, let's take a 5-minute bio break and come back when all that gets dealt with.
Yeah.
Because I have to pee.
Good timing. Right back.
Yeah, right back.
Back.
I'm back. Everyone's back, but is anybody front?
Haha.
I'm side.
Oh, Chris, you should hear the story of last night's most unstealthiest passed without trace.
Was it what was it natural ones all round?
No, so they're in the Underdark, and there's this thing in the Underdark called Frasserus. I forget how it's pronounced. It's there's a lot of Zeds. Anyway, it can randomly have a chance to cause you to roll on the wild magic table. So Patrick casts Pass Without Trace. It casts Fireball.
Excellent. Listen, there's an explosion. These things happen. No one was around.
Oh no, we were sneaking up on the bad guy. They were on the other side of the room.
Did they get fireballed?
No, it's centered on my character. That's the beauty of wild magic.
That's unfortunate.
Is everybody back?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So you have sent Index up invisibly. They have spotted this chessboard on the ground, a woman in a gray cloak crouching next to it, steadying the pieces. After a short while, you see she plays a move and then stands and walks away. What do you all do you're still at the bottom of the cave watching this?
Does anybody have that mage hand thing?
Me, I have mending.
Index is right there.
I could. I just need a moment.
Change her move to an invalid move.
But wouldn't that make... Why?
No. Change her move to an invalid move and take off one of the other guy's pieces.
I'd like to point out, Mage Hand is not invisible.
Oh.
However,
they're not looking
Index
this way.
is.
Oh,
yep.
Excellent. Change one of the pieces around and remove one of her opponent's pieces.
I can only see myself on this screen.
I do not have dark vision.
I do have dark vision, but I can only see myself.
Yeah, everything went black.
Is it the map again?
Nope.
Yeah. Give him a minute.
I did nothing. All I did was put Index on the map.
Weird, because I saw myself.
Yeah, all I
and a
see is
map.
myself. I don't even see any other token. I see pinging, but no other tokens.
I see me down there, and...
Oh, it's funny. I see the whole map.
Because you're Index.
But I also see Seymour's light ring.
Right. So, the plan is remove one of the opponent's pieces before he gets there, and like change her move around so that like she's winning more, and then you'll start an argument.
I mean, we're in kind of a hurry. Wouldn't it be better just to sneak past? Can we sneak past, or is it? Do we have to get out of the water there?
You are inside the cave currently, up on a little pebble beach, and there is a pathway heading up to this cave entrance that you have sent Index, and it is at this cave entrance outside where there's the chessboard and this woman in a gray cloak that has just played a move and then moved aside.
What I'm suggesting is the opponent is coming to do the move.
Yeah, it's two patrolling guards.
That will start an argument, and we can sneak past while they're arguing. Or sneak in and attack.
We can wait and observe a bit more. We might be able to take out two of the Grey Patriots at once. Or perhaps a Grey Patriot and a Kobold. It's difficult to determine exactly who she is playing with.
Well, if you want to wait, we can wait.
Also, you said it's a 3D chessboard. Do you mean there's like multiple levels, or just it's...
Three-tiered.
Three-tiered.
Like a Star Trek chessboard?
They're playing 3D chess.
This is a metaphor for something, but I don't know what.
Hang on.
Blind Para.
Are we in the kobold camp?
No, you are underneath the bandit camp. The kobold camp is on the other side of the statue.
Okay, I was too far over. That's why. Okay. Because I refreshed and I saw the map again, but I'm seeing all these kobolds. And I was like, what is happening? Okay, I was too far away. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's wait a moment and just see if another guard patrols up. We can at least time how long it takes them between their rounds.
Yeah, we can do that.
You wait. You wait. 5 minutes later, you see a young man in a gray cloak kneels down, takes a hunk of bread, studies the board, makes a move, and then continues on.
Does anyone have poison?
Contact poison?
I don't.
Or ingested poison?
I'm sorry. We're asking like, hi.
Go over at Chirp and Badmay.
Yeah, I was expecting. I'd forgotten that Chirp might have it.
Okay,
Does anyone have And it's already in Sherp's fingers
Yeah,
being
it's like
offered.
this.
Yep.
I'm gonna have no part of this. I just wanted to cause a distraction, but okay.
Seymour Sunkist.
I do not.
Sherp, you have poison, right?
I do. I have 3 vials of poison.
Are they like ingesting poison? Because there's
Um,
ingesting combat or contact and injected.
I've been using them on my arrows, so I think if we poured it into like the food, it should work. I don't know, honestly. It was never specified if it was contact or if it was. I didn't note it down.
Yeah, if it's for your weapon, it's contact poison.
Okay.
Would that work on food? Could we put it in the food?
You contact it with your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would work. You're not sure how quickly it would act, but it would definitely have an effect.
We could at least give him diarrhea.
It's not going to be pretty either way. So
Yeah,
let's cause
exactly.
an argument and poison. Come on.
Patrick, are there any plants or flowers around that could potentially have been poisonous that I could use my ability to gain proficiency in any toolkit to use an herbalism kit on?
You are currently in a Black Sea cave. No.
We have poison.
We've already got poison.
So are we going to poison it and fuck with the chessboard?
Chris
How do they need to
loves
fuck with the chessboard? We just poison one of them.
Well, do both. Chris loves this plan. Max is glad he can't see a damn thing.
Okay, so Index will come back and get the poison. He can interact with it while invisible because it's not an attack. Carry it over and wait till it's clear and move the vial, kind of a little off the ground so it's hard to see and dump it over the bread. I think it tastes weird when they bite it. And then change the chessboard to make it look like one of them is cheating.
All right, you just moved pieces around. All right.
More like change the board just subtly so it looks like the other person has changed the board to give themselves an advantage.
Wait, before you do that.
All right.
Take
already done.
Oh shit! I was gonna make it a suggestion for the exact way to make it to make it really obvious that they've cheated.
We don't want. We can make it that obvious. Do you want me to send them back?
Yeah, take one of the bishops and move it onto the other color. Just like one square over.
Have 2 black bishops.
Have 2 black bishops or 2 white bishops.
Okay, I'll do whatever that because I have no idea about chess. So
I don't think Seymour can be subtle.
All right. And are you going to have Index come back to you or Index stay there?
Go into the darkness and kind of observe. But he's invisible, so.
Yeah. You see this after about, another couple of minutes, this first woman circles back around, looks at the board, immediately pulls a horn out and blows.
Really? Really, guys?
Oh, come on.
The chessboard is their signal that somebody is going by. Seeing that it has been disturbed doesn't mean that it's a friendly game. That's their signal that someone's in the camp.
I knew it! I knew it! That's why I said, why are we doing this? But you guys just...
That is really goddamn subtle.
That is intelligent, actually.
That's pretty smart. I'm not. I'll admit.
Let's slink the fuck away. Let's just let's cut our losses now and get out before anything happens.
Yep, I agree.
All right. Yeah, you hear. You see this horn being blown, and all of you slink back down. You're back at the base of this cave down at this sort of pebbled stone beach inside the cave. There's a rowboat there. Is Index staying up there and looking around, or are they coming back with you?
Index will fly. There's just the one right by the cave, right?
Correct.
Invisibly fly past and up, and just get into a position where we can check on what's going on.
All right, give me a stealth check, please.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's
Yeah.
invisible, so advantage 18.
Yeah. You fly up above a couple of levels of the cliff face here. You can watch as the camp immediately sort of springs forth, starts searching through sort of bushes and rocks, and a couple of them immediately sort of form up, and 3 of them head into the cave, quietly moving down. So the rest of you are down at the bottom of this cave. You now know there are, through Index, 3 people coming down this narrow passageway into the darkness. What are you doing?
From where we're going to leave, or from where like further in the camp?
They're coming towards you. You guys are in this at the beach down at the bottom. You know,
Yeah.
3 people who have been searching up above are now coming into the cave towards you.
But not from the water side, right? From the...
You have no idea what's going on the water side, but no, you know they're coming from the land side at this point.
Yeah, we are all still completely blind.
Your tokens?
Yeah,
I refreshed and I have the map back.
Oh,
All right,
that would have been nice.
Let me try it.
Yeah, refresh.
Well, sorry. Yeah.
I said I refreshed and got sight back. I figured that. I figured.
I didn't hear you at all. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, that works.
Well, what are we doing?
I think we need to leave. This is far too many enemies to deal with at once.
We should hide.
Everyone, hold your breath and submerge.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, I'm sorry, the baby's pulling my hair and screaming. What'd you say?
Hold breath and submerge.
No lights. Boop.
All right, you all head into this water. It is cold. It is not salty. And eventually, okay, what's everybody's constitution scores?
14.
Ian?
14.
Who dumped Con?
14.
Who does dump con? That's the dumbest
Ian
one to
does.
do.
This time.
That's why I said his
13.
name.
Mine's 14.
13.
All right, so yeah, you can all hold your breath for a little while. You see the 3 folk come down onto this, beach area, and they look around. You can see they check the water line, peer through. Everyone give me stealth checks, please.
Oh boy.
It's myself. Woo! I'm just gonna roll T4. 25.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I am the waters.
6. Yes.
Sneaky, sneaky.
All right. Yeah. They look around, disappear a little bit back into the darkness, checking the boat inside, sort of flipping it upside down. And then you see them retreat back into the darkness, back up the pathway.
And Index will listen in as they report.
They don't report. Index doesn't see them reach the top of the passageway.
Oh, I can't tell anyone. We're all holding our breath.
I will.
Hand signs?
I will, tap Seymour on his shoulder to try and gain his attention, and then I will forcibly configure his hand into an upwards thumb or a downwards thumb, and then open that palm to try and get him to tell us whether it's safe to go up or not.
Halfway. Unsure. They're down and halfway. You get a down and a halfway. And then, I don't know, Seymour's going to try and make a, I guess a C for cave symbol, and shake his head. Haven't left the cave, I don't know.
All right.
So, Patrick,
Yes.
do I perceive them anywhere? Can I attempt to perceive them to see if it's safe?
You can.
I perceive it's safe, don't I?
You do.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
Upper away.
Yeah, I guess I would probably shrug and slowly breach the surface.
As you do so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let me move you to the map that I just whipped in.
Ooh.
Well, I honestly didn't expect you to
have
an encounter in here.
Stupid cave, yes.
Feeling some real deja vu here.
Yes, we should have been outside fighting them there.
You couldn't stop yourselves from messing with the chessboard. Oh my goodness, guys.
This wasn't my fault.
It was a good plan. I liked it. We were going to start an argument.
Just killed us all.
If it wasn't for the fact that it was a signaling device.
How was How was that obvious?
We should have incited the chess moves.
Yeah, we should have looked to see what moves they were performing and whether they were actual moves or just they were using it as a marker. Because I don't think they were doing actual moves.
They were.
Oh. But they weren't. Were they playing to actually win, or were they just performing a move?
You don't know. Either way, a massive change in the tokens on the board were a big giveaway.
I wanted to be subtle about it.
I want to point out that it was Ian's character who
want to point out that it was Julius that came up with the move.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not Ian's fault.
Let's have 2 black bishops.
You can all see that?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. I'm having trouble reading it though. Is this all just kind of can I walk over all of this or?
Yes, consider this just a beach. This is the first water and land map that I had at hand to pull.
Okay.
Should Chirp be injured?
No, none of you. You should all have had a long rest. As you come out of the water, Badme, 3 daggers come sailing towards you. The first one is an 8, which misses. The second one is a 16.
That hits.
For 5 piercing and 4 poison damage. And the third one is a critical hit for 8 piercing and 2 poison.
Sad poison.
Sad poison. Minimum damage on both. And we can roll initiative. Please.
They get to ready action before initiative happens.
Because they knew you were there.
Oh, they knew nothing.
They saw us?
They saw your footprints in the pebbles.
Oh.
But there was only one line of footprints because I was carrying them.
Wow.
Seymour.
Come on. There we go.
Yeah. Wow. 19, 18, 17, 11, 5.
All these good initiatives, and they don't matter because the enemies also rolled really well.
Not all of them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And this one is currently partially covered by the flipped over boat. But
Sorry, which
Badme,
one?
so you are half submerged in water. As you come out, you are struck with knives. You are first to react, though.
All right. Over where Index is, do I see any loose rubble or anything?
It's a pebble beach. It's nothing but pebbles.
Oh,
and Index is not currently on the map. Index is
Yeah,
currently
well,
at the top,
but, But he was a very convenient point to mark. So in that case, then we're going to send a catapult right across the group of them.
All right.
Ooh, baby.
DC Dex save. All right, starting from them. That is a 20. The next one is a 16. And a 23.
The unlucky.
Wow. Okay. That was a massive failure. So, are we in water or are we on
You are in water. You guys were hiding out of the water, so you're half submerged, so you're in difficult terrain at this point.
I will duck under the surface, however deep. Oh, shit. No, I would have been next to Seymour because I'm guiding him. Crap. I duck down and tug on Seymour to signify that things aren't going well.
All right. That takes us to Maximilian.
Okay, up onto the surface and up onto the beach.
So, yep, difficult terrain, so half movement to get to the beach.
Okay, so that's 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bugger. All right, well, I'm going there then. Now, the next question is Chirp still riding on Max's shoulders?
I would assume if you were hiding underwater, no.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Well, stealth is over.
And you are in darkness in this area. There's a little bit of light from the moon, but yeah, you're having a hard time seeing, Max. You're not blind, but you're having a hard time seeing.
So with those attacks, they have disadvantage from the darkness?
No, because you're not in total darkness.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Max just doesn't have any dark vision, so for him it's just a little bit worse than everybody else.
Bonus action, shield bash.
All right. That is a 13.
All right, he's not prone. But ice pick for
25 definitely hits.
Yeah. Why radiant? No, I'm not smiting.
Okay.
9 cold.
9 cold. Yeah, you stab this person. Bit of surprise. Their eyes open wide. The cold shoots through, and you can, the blood freezes and before it hits the ground. Still alive though.
Yeah, I figured.
Any bonus actions?
The shield bash was a bonus action.
That is correct. So that is it for you. That takes us to Ruse. And they will fire a crossbow bolt at you, Maximilian. That is a 13, which does not hit. And a 21, which does hit.
Yes.
You take 7 plus. Total of 14 piercing damage.
Ow.
Oh.
They will duck around the corner there. Index, you is way up at the top of this passageway.
Okay. Index is... Oh, sorry. Cash had moved the mic. Okay. He's gonna come back to help. How far away is he?
He is currently 150 feet away, so he'll have to dash with their flight.
Yep, so he comes 80 feet closer.
Okay. Julius.
Julius is a little bit disappointed that one of them moved away. I was planning on getting that one, but instead I'll get the other two. That 20-foot square.
Okay.
I swim to the surface first, obviously. But that 20-foot square, I'm going to cast Nather's Mischief.
All right.
What is this?
It's
Well, that's
his
a
new
fun spell.
So roll your d4.
That is a 3.
All right. That is a 20. And a 17.
I swim back down 5 feet. God damn it.
And you can move it 10
I can,
feet.
yes.
Nice.
Before I roll.
All right.
That's real unfortunate. These guys are real good at saves.
That it for you?
Yeah.
They just rolled really well.
Yeah, 5 feet down into the water to become harder to see again.
All right, takes us to Molly.
First things first, healing word on Badbang. Eight. And then I'm just gonna Sacred Flame the lady that's hiding over here.
Roll me roll me a performance check, please.
Performance?
Yes. Or strength. You are in a very loud, crashing water sea cave, and Badme is underwater. You are going to have to yell to be heard. So I'm going to...
Word?
Yeah, they have to hear you.
What?
So I'm going to say you know that. Like, you would understand. You're in an incredibly noisy scenario, and they're underwater.
Actually, they don't.
I just need to be able to talk, right?
Oh, it's that you can see. Oh, nice. Okay, even better. Yeah,
That's
sure, no
what I
problem.
thought. It's
Inspiration,
sight. Yeah.
I mean, it does have a vocal component,
Yeah.
but
Nope, no
Yeah.
worries. Yeah, I was thinking of inspiration. All right, and which one are you
Okay.
sacred flaming? Sorry.
The lady over here.
All right. 22.
Damn it. All right, and I'm going to slink back down again.
All right. Shut up.
All right. Those guys are lit up.
No, it is not fairy fire. It is a 20-foot square that is filled with giggling.
Okay. I'll go for that one then with my repeating crossbow.
All right.
Oh, so much for that.
That is a natural 1.
Yep.
Roll me percentile dice, please.
Do I shoot Julius in the back?
You do not, but you're in the chaos of this battle. Your confidence falters. You have disadvantage on your next attack roll against any target.
Aww. Okay. I will stay where I am. That's it for me.
All right. Seymour.
All right, I will stand up in the water and go for this one because these two are incapacitated laughing, right?
They are not. They both made their saves.
Oh.
Yeah, they rolled like a 21 and like a 14 or something.
17 and a 20.
Yeah.
Which one did? Oh, she missed. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go for. She seems like the boss because she has a different token.
Okay.
Hex and fire. Oof.
15 does not hit.
All right. And she is hexed. And I will duck back down.
All right. This guy is going to run.
Yep, makes sense.
And will dash disengage. They will, with their speed, pass Index. Index will get an attack of opportunity if they are allowed them.
They aren't.
They aren't. All right, so Index sees this bandit run past, yelling. This one is going to just circle around Maximilian and sort of get out of whatever area that is, and is going to just stab at you with a dagger, Max. That is a 9, which misses. And then with their left hand, they throw sand in your face. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh no, pocket sand.
It is exactly pocket sand.
9.
You are blinded by pocket sand.
Dale Gribble was right.
And then they are going to move over here and actually, yeah, they'll move over there and take a little cover behind the boat as well. That takes us to Badme.
Okay. Let's see here. That's the problem. Shit. All right. Well, we will just. I assume I can move up to here. And I have a beeline on blue guy.
Yep. Who looks really hurt. 17 hits for 2 fire damage.
And because we've lost the element of surprise, I'm lighting up.
All right. You get wreathed in purple flames. Any more movement? Any bonus actions?
Well, I assumed it was difficult terrain to get up there, so that would have been 15 feet moving. So, no. I feel somewhat comfortable at the... Actually, wait. Yeah, no, I'm going to hold my spell slot. I won't cast Healing Word yet.
Maximilian, you are blind.
Okay, I am blind. I kind of heard him go off in this direction. Kind of, sort of. I know that another one ran away. I know that there's some dancing, giggling laughter just beside me. I don't have any way of making myself not blind here.
Nope. Pocket sand.
God damn it, Dale. All right.
Shasha!
All right. Well, I've got no other way of doing this nicely, so I'm going to stumble over towards them. I'm not going to get close. I know they're in this area. So I knew that this one woman was hiding here. I'm going to try that incapacitating breath again.
I'm going to say give me a perception check with disadvantage as you are blinded to try and figure out exactly where these people went.
8.
8? Yeah, you are unable to discern which direction, if any, they ran in.
Okay, so if I don't know that, then I don't know. I'm just going to raise my shield and try to clear the sand out of my eyes.
All right.
I know that I'm beside some water here, so I'm going to try to wash it out of my eyes.
All right, yeah, you start splashing water into your face. She is going to race over.
There she is.
Dagger at Maximilian. That is now a 23 to hit for 4 piercing and 2 poison.
Okay, out.
Second one, she swings around at Badme. That is an 18 to hit for 5 piercing and 1 poison.
And as a result, she takes 1 fire damage.
All right.
Sorry, how much damage was that I took?
5 piercing, 1 poison. And evens goes to Max, odd goes to Badme. Max, third dagger comes to you. That is a 22 to hit for 5 piercing and 2 poison.
Okay. I'm now in single-digit hit points.
And then she will...
I got you, Max.
Disengage. Which, let's see, 5, 10, 15. She can only get to there with the rest of her movement. That takes us to Index.
You said it was 150 feet, so this will be another 80, so he gets 10 feet into the cave. I guess he'll get his turn next turn.
I'll say he's basically right next to Max and Badme at this point.
Then he will use one of those ointments on Max. And stick him in the tuchus with a needle. You will heal 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
I believe that's... what was the ointment again? Let me double check.
Kyotin's ointment.
I think it was better than a healing potion. It was like...
Yeah, it's way
Yeah. That takes us to Julius.
Question.
Yes.
Am I allowed to move my cube into an angle?
It says you can move it 10 feet. It does not say you can turn it and move it.
Max, I am sorry.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's not going to be a negative effect. Or it's not going to be hurt him. It's just going to potentially
It's potentially debilitating, but it's not.
Yeah, I really want to get
harmful.
her. I feel like getting her incapacitated or in some way would be a really big deal.
If you incapacitate me and don't incapacitate her, you're stepping in front of me and tanking every hit.
I cannot physically reach you.
All right.
Down here.
All right, so I need Index, Max, and myself to all make wisdom
Index.
saving throws.
Wait, why can't you move the box over like 2?
It wasn't
Oh,
bad
actually
enough.
roll. Actually roll to see what happens.
It's a 2. I'm pulling out the chart.
Yeah, it's only 10 feet of movement.
It is
okay, dexterity saving
blinded.
throw or be blinded.
Oh,
So
I'm
wait,
blind.
what's Index doing a wisdom?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
These
an
guys.
8
Oh!
with a +5 to dex saves. That's an 8. They are blind.
Hey, she's blinded. Everybody kill her.
I'll get right on that.
You're also blind, so you're making straight rolls against her.
Yeah, Index is also blind.
He had advantage. Oh wait, was that wasn't a spell, was it?
It was.
It was a spell, but you still rolled an 8 or a 10 with advantage.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, Max, you need to roll a dex save.
Well, he's already blinded.
Yeah.
They have different durations.
Succeeds anyway.
Am I unblinded?
You are not yet. You are still blinded by the sand. You are not blinded by the flowers that are spraying around.
And then she's blind, so I have advantage. I'm just going to throw a firebolt at her.
All right. Hits for 3 fire damage.
My damage this entire campaign has been awful.
So yeah, so that's the second bit of fire damage she's taken. But yeah, just strikes her. She does not know where it came from. And she starts just patting out her cloak. Any movement?
Back under the water 5 feet.
Okay. Molly.
All right, I'm going to do a healing word level 2 at Max to make sure he's alive.
I like being alive.
Nine.
I'll take it.
And then I am just going... I can see crazy lady, right?
Oh, yes, but she is blinded.
Sacred Flame. Sure, if that... I don't think that gives her a disadvantage, right, being blind?
Oh, it absolutely does.
Yee-hee! She
That is
can't
a
see
10.
coming.
Yeah, she takes 8 radiant damage.
Feel the wrath of the proletariat. And I will duck down.
Does anybody have an answer for the guy running?
I'm stealing from the rich.
The answer to that is run. The answer to that is get
chirp.
away.
No, the answer to that is chirrup.
Stabby, 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 chirrup.
Trying.
He's gonna shatter it.
Oh, not shatter. Don't put that in her head.
His head.
I wasn't going to.
His head, sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm not going to. Because we're in a cave system. That wouldn't be good. No, I'm going to thunder wave him and see if I can knock him off that.
They ran 90 feet, and you were in difficult terrain getting out of the water. So
never mind then.
You'll be about 80 or about 70 or so feet away from them, and they're up this dark, winding passageway. So you can see them still, but they're a ways away, and they're starting to yell.
Okay, I'm not gonna worry about him then. I'm just gonna go after the one in front of Max. Disadvantage, right?
Straight roll, because they're blind.
Ah, perfect. Pop.
15 just hits.
And I'm very nervous as to what we're actually doing. Are these rocks flat, or are they sharp on top?
They're under the water. I mean, this is basically a beach, so yeah, I'm everything here is just water.
Cool. I'm just going to back up a little bit.
All right. Seymour.
All right, I'm going to stand up and shoot them on the hex.
All right, advantage. Critical hit for 17 force
Another
damage.
D6.
Yeah.
He crit.
Do I crit with the hex?
Yeah, all the dice you
Yeah.
roll. Very nice. Total of 20 damage. They are starting to look pretty badly hurt as, they get rocked with this blast of black force energy. Any more movement?
No, I'm going to stay where I'm at, but I'm going to have Index do the help action on the closest. Because we're letting him run, right? Or do we want to send Index?
Index is blind. How's he giving the help action?
Oh, right. What was he? He was blinded with
With Julius's spell. There's
right.
flowers exploding everywhere in this space now.
All right. He's going to leave the space then, and come towards. Seymour will call him, and Index will come towards Seymour's voice on his turn.
All right. This guy is going to run over, just grab his boss. Drag them out.
Which movement does he have?
30. He had to move 10 feet and then, then he can only, so he moved 10 so he can get her there. 10 feet. So no longer blinded. End of their turn. You are no longer blinded. Maximilian?
Okay, so I can see again.
You can. Top of the round, though, that takes us to Badme.
All right. Okay, I just want to double check something here. Their moving does change things a bit. All right, that doesn't change things, but okay. I know they're technically good with. Yeah. So I assume I can hit both of them in a line. I can. Awesome. We're gonna caustic brew.
All right. That is a 14, which fails. And a 4.
Yes. Okay. So I'm no longer on fire. I am now.
The guy in the back keels over as the acid.
They take their damage
burns
at the beginning of their turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Great,
it's one of
that
those
he's still
things.
alive.
Yeah.
Yay,
That being
but
said,
not for long.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. Where is this thing for concentrating? Because that's what I'm doing.
All right. Maximilian.
Oh, and then I'm also getting the hell out of there. Actually, I'm gonna probably do that into the water, and then under the water.
All right, Maximilian. Okay. I'm going to step out of the magic field of goofy fun. 10. I'm going to stand on the boat because I know if I stand here, Brenda's just going to roll this thing over me again. And I'm going to attack Lady
You
Boss.
Tiamat scum, don't scare us.
Max is just
Yep, we so worship Tiamat. Hail her in her glory.
Hail Tiamat!
She's being attacked by a dragon born, basically, so.
Hey,
Basically.
she's still blind, right?
She is not.
Oh.
She was pulled out of the area. 12 does not hit.
Does it go away if you get pulled out?
I don't know. You'll have to check
I'm
that
posting.
spell.
Yeah, I'm putting the spell out again.
And
That's
I
the
just
wrong spell.
realized what I'd done.
Until the start of your next turn.
Yeah, and I just realized. Yeah, so she would have been at advantage or at disadvantage, or I would have been at an advantage if she's still blind.
Yeah.
Because I realized what I've done, and I forgot to do the shield bash.
Yep. Nope. You will have advantage.
All right. So 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, 11 damage. 6 piercing, 5 cold.
Yep. She takes it. She is looking quite badly hurt.
Okay, now what I should have done the first time. Shield bash.
15.
All right.
You rock her, but she stays standing.
Okay. She can take care of herself. She stabbed me a lot and that hurt.
Indeed. And now it is her turn. She's going to run.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
They have cunning action to
Is
retreat.
she using that, though?
She is. Yeah, she is. But she is going to go around the cube with the flowers because she knows what it does. So that's going to slow her.
How does she know where the cube is if she's blind?
She's no longer blind. It's the start of her turn.
No,
My
start of
next
Julius's turn.
Yeah, she's blind until my turn. This is a really good spell.
Or blind at the start of... Oh, okay, your next turn. That doesn't make sense because it's as the flowers spray water in their faces. So if she gets pulled out of the cube...
Most things are one full round like that. It's happening on my turn, so it's going to last until my turn.
Yeah.
But
Whereas if it happened
she's
on her turn,
blinded she's blinded from water being sprayed in her face in the cube.
Water's still in her face even if she got pulled out.
You don't water in her eyes.
You don't lose like the other effects. Like if you leave the cube, you don't lose the smell of apple. Or if you leave the cube because you're forced to leave the cube by the own effect for 3, you don't lose it immediately there.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say anything about.
It's the same as if you got stunned by a monk. Because otherwise, you really can't utilize it effectively all that much.
Sure you do. You just have to.
Yeah.
But if they're incapacitated, they can't, or it's difficult terrain, which means that it's difficult terrain until they leave it. The charm, it just becomes charmed by you. Period. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that one up. I will agree with it for now, but yeah, because you are blinded from a specific reason. Yeah. Because she only got out because she had someone pull her out. So an opponent had to use their turn to rescue her. So you gained that. Start of her turn, she does take the acid damage.
Do I use the roll 5? Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, she's blind. She's gonna raise her hand and just say, "What do you want? What do you want? Fine. What do you bastards want?"
Well, they're surrendering. Your surrender first.
Glory to Tiamat!
Sure. Let's go with that.
Why do you humans want to worship Tiamat? The hell's the matter with you?
Dragons are sexy.
She deserves to
She
be free.
shrugs.
I'm gonna.
You sound like them.
I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna go. Were there 2 older people with them, bound up, perhaps one missing a thumb?
I don't know. They've got captives in the far cave. I don't know anything about that.
Good to know. Thanks. Lie face down and you won't die. Tell your friend to stop fighting.
He just immediately keels over and dies from the acid on him.
Okay, you won't die. I couldn't have predicted that.
I assume if she is...
Yeah, she's going to wipe the acid off herself, and she will go prone.
Okay.
My men will be here.
We bound and gag her.
Yeah, well, manacles, and then we have to face the next wave because they're coming.
We gag her as well.
We can use her as a hostage. Push the boat into the water and let's go.
Are we running?
There are at least 2 or 3 dozen men and kobolds up there.
All
We
right.
cannot fight a force that size.
All right, let's go.
You know they're not necessarily working together, but you do know there was at least a dozen or so people in the bandit camp. They are 2 different groups that are still negotiating.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well,
we can take the Patriots. We just can't take the Patriots and the kobolds.
Well, they think that some Tiamat worshippers were attacking their cave.
Perhaps that was all the distraction we needed. Perhaps the one who ran will fall for the same accidental ruse as his boss.
Okay, the only way I think we could salvage this is if we sneak past the longship, go to the other shore, and then scale the cliffs and get into the cave with the captives. It's the only way I think we could salvage this.
Let's do it.
And from up above, you hear a voice saying, "Ruse, everything all right down there?"
Shut up. Don't speak.
She's gagged.
Chirrup. I'm thinking out of character. Chirrup.
Mm-hmm.
Chirrup could say something. Chirrup, you can mimic her voice.
I could, yeah. So as you guys are all frantically looking at Chirrup, Chirrup will mimic her voice. All well.
Give me a deception check with advantage.
Okay. Where's my deception? There's my deception.
Yes.
You need help cleaning up the bodies?
No.
I pushed one of them into the water. The acid killed one into the water.
Bloosh.
Negotiations broke off. Kobolds say it wasn't them. We're going to take an hour, and then they'll meet back up. Come back up when you're done.
Non-committal grunt of agreement.
Who were they?
Who cares?
You hear, and Index, as they fly up, we'll see half a dozen people waiting at the top of the cave that get sort of pushed back out. And while the camp is on alert, everybody starts kind of, peering off the side of the cliff and signaling the boat down below. But your deception appears to be holding.
Hallelujah. I don't think it's going to last very long, though, guys.
Nope.
So let's get moving. And let's send Index up to look for those captives, I think, right?
That'd be a good idea.
We need to know where they are. If they're still treating, we might be able to sneak in if my parents are there. All right, if everyone agrees, I'll send Index
Yeah.
off to do that.
No
All
worries
right.
for me.
So what are the rest of you doing?
We need to reposition ourselves. We need to not be here. So we need to get past the longship and to the base of the cliff around the Kobold camp. I don't want to fight that ogre if we don't have to.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I think the ogre was up on that path, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah, the
but
ogre was on the kobold side, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, but we have to go to the Kobold side because that's where the captives are. They're in that cave in that first cave that's there.
Yeah. So you guys are currently over there. The
It's almost
kobolds and the
nighttime, right?
ogre. It is, night is falling. They have fires that are in the camps. So, yeah, so you know there's a group of kobolds over there.
Do kobolds tend to sleep at night, or do they sleep during the day? Although if they're negotiating with the...
Yeah, nobody appears to be asleep at this point. Negotiations are ongoing, it seems. But yeah, you can see as Index goes back up that like the leaders are back in their own camps for now. So you know they were going to take a break before going back.
Yeah. So we see like we're looking up and we're Index is seeing the people. Does Seymour recognize Gerala? Like, has Seymour ever seen Gerala before?
Yeah, you guys have seen Gerala at Witchcross.
Yeah, we saw her.
Okay.
Yeah, you do recognize her.
And
she's here?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
She has just headed back to her tent.
Yeah. Would Max, being a member of the Lions of Brindle, would Max recognize Sans?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
You've all seen his wanted poster up around towns as well.
Yeah, okay. So this is, of course, Sand. Or Sand. Right here.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we have both Sand and Gerala. We have to find a way of getting these guys to fight. They already said it wasn't them, but maybe the Lions will suspect that they're lying. First plan didn't work. Do we have another?
I don't think so. We didn't really have a plan to begin with.
No, we didn't.
Our plan was to gain information. We then decided to fuck with them at a spur of the moment, and yeah, that did not go well for us.
We fucked around and we found out.
Yeah, okay. That camp up there is extremely heavily defended. We need to start distracting them somehow. I don't know how though. We need to get at least some of them to break off so that we could sneak past and get into the cave with the captives.
Well, we can have Index make a distraction when he gets back.
Where exactly are you sending Index on this map?
All right, so she said that they were keeping captives
in the cave.
In the cave. So I'm going to look. There's a couple of caves on the map. So we'll start with which ones have guards?
Neither of them appear to have guards in them. This one, I will say, is a small one, ends after about 10 feet. This other one, however, is larger. And as Index is flying by, I will say a scaly humanoid with leathery bat-like wings, 2 reptilian heads, one looking around nervously, while the other whispers into a black stone held in its palm. The creature cannot be more than 3 feet tall. What are you doing?
Oh, so that's the what's his face? Oh shit, what was his name?
That's the advisor, and he might be he might be trying to message you.
He might be. All right. Looks like Index is within range. So, can I see if there's cave past him, or is this like a dead end where he is?
The cave past him is the small one that is a dead end.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing. There's nothing else in the
But
cave.
as-
It's just him.
Well, he's outside the cave. So as you were exploring that cave, you've come across him who is looking around. One of these heads is looking around nervously while the other one is whispering into a black stone. Are you going to try and listen in, or are you just going to
Yes,
go on past?
No, I'm gonna definitely try and listen in. And whenever we find a safe place for us, Seymour will take control. Assuming control.
All right. Give me a perception check, please. All right. You hear one head whisper, "Jarala won't suspect a thing. She's too busy with the humans. There is no better time to attack than now. Kill the heretic. The son of the dragon shall shower you in gold." "Hurry up with that stone," hisses the other creature's head. "It's not safe here."
Ascension in the ranks.
Who's the heretic?
Probably Jarella.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. If they're not going to be say anything else into it, then Seymour will head on to the next cave.
All right. In the next cave, you see a couple of giant weasels snarl and spit at each other at the center of a low cavern, watched by a trio of small reptilian humanoids that you recognize as kobolds, but again, they have like insect-like qualities. Their eyes are kind of bulbous and have odd fractals in them. And you see 3 more weasels chained to a boulder at the back of the cavern near a darkened passageway that leads down further into the rock.
All right. And the big cave. I guess we'll check before we go deep into that cave and get cornered. We'll take a look in the big cave.
In the big cave, you see a campfire. Wood smoke kind of drifts within it, and the firelight flickers against the cave mouth. And as you move in closer, you can see the shape of a clawed hand acting out what appears to be shadow puppets in a shadow play against the cave wall. There are a group of kobolds that are in here. You see a winged kobold sort of flutter past and up onto one of the upper ledges in here. You see the campfire in the center of this misshapen cave, and you see a group of bedraggled humans. What appears to be a half-elf, some dwarves are tied up nearby, sprawled over a pile of stinking furs. Wicker cages containing oversized centipedes and cockroaches are stacked against the back wall. And you see a narrow passageway ascend up to the northwest in the back. Presumably
Northwest
leading
to
up
the other cave?
Presumably, yes.
Oh, okay. And none of the humans look like Seymour's parents?
Give me a perception check.
All right, and remember, I have Devil's Sight right now because of Index.
Yep, there's a campfire. It's pretty well lit in here. You see your father with a bandaged hand. You do not see your mother.
I think I know. Okay. Index will fly down towards the father, and he's like chained up and dirty and definitely a captive and not complacent.
Give me an insight check. He is clearly tied up and dirty and bedraggled, yes. Yeah, he looks like any of the other prisoners that are there.
And Seymour will be shocked, and the rest of the party will hear a slightly loud "mom" as Seymour's hand goes up over his mouth.
Oh.
And so are the rest of you are you staying in this cave? Have you tried to sneak out with the boat? Where are you setting up right now?
What should we do? What should we do?
Okay. So
And Seymour was narrating that, so the party knows kind of what's going on and where things are.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
Looking at this map, on the very western edge of the map, there's a cliff face here. The only thing in the way from that cliff face are these two kobolds, as far as we can see. If we bring the boat around there, climb that cliff face, take out those two kobolds, we can get into this northwestern cave, and make our way down to the prisoners. And we can get them out.
I think that's the best plan we have. How are we going to conceal the boat?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet.
We have
still, right?
Sorry, what?
Can anybody control water?
No.
Unless Ishka will pop campaigns.
Because then we could swamp it and then move the water out of it and bring the boat back up.
I don't think we have enough time for that. Yeah, I'm just going to suggest we leave the boat there and climb the cliff and try to kill these kobolds as quickly as possible. And then sneak into the cave. It's my best option.
Oi, Ruse, you staying down there or what?
Swim away.
Swim away. Yep.
Yeah.
Away.
All right, so we take the boat out, and I guess we try to...
What are we doing with her? Hang on.
I haven't thought about that yet.
Bring her with us.
We're going to have to.
There's no way to bring her with us.
Put her in the bottom of the boat.
We're going to have to. We're going to have to leave her somewhere.
Or throw her in the water.
I will not execute a helpless prisoner. We'll leave her against the base of the cliff and then figure out what to do with her later.
I will suggest a chokehold that will render her unconscious long enough that she will not be an issue for us.
I'm okay with that.
Can we just knock her out?
Well, you can just knock her out.
Yeah, it's humane. It's simple. It's literally a chokehold cuts off blood and she passes out, and then you just leave her.
Humane violence.
All
right.
Why wouldn't we take her? Because she knows what we look like.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that we're not Tiamat worshippers.
She probably suspects that, but
right. That's why we have to take her with us, because if she wakes up, she'll let him know. And that. Okay.
Wait, hang on. Knock her out, and we leave her for them to find. And she tells them we're Tiamat worshippers.
We leave some graffiti.
Put two bishops in her mouth.
That's too complicated. Just
knock her out.
Yeah, and leave her.
And
all right, you knock her out and leave her in the cave. Okay.
I wanted to take her with us, but everyone wants to say we're going to leave her here, so okay.
I want to take her with us.
I don't think it's feasible to take her with us.
We're in a boat. We're in a boat.
You can knock her out.
Are
and
we in
leave
the
her
boat? Because we swam here.
The boat's not that far away.
If it's still here. But there's a rowboat in here we can take. Can't we just slip this rowboat that's in the cave and take it?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take off with this rowboat and then sneak past this other.
Do we want to Pirates of the Caribbean it, where we use the boat as an air bubble under the surface and just walk ourselves out?
Yep, we could do that.
I don't think we have the strength for that.
We're a party. We probably have the combined strength for it.
I mean, between all of us, we should be. It's only a couple of pounds distributed.
Although that being said,
No, it'd be
it's like
thousands of
1,000 pounds.
of upward force from the buoyancy.
Okay, knock her out,
And-
put her in the canoe, we all hang on to the side of the canoe and swim.
Yeah, we're
Makes
wasting
sense?
time. Let's just go. Throw her in the bottom of the boat.
Throw her in the
Yeah.
boat.
Let's go.
All right.
And I'll send Index to snoop around while we're moving over. Or maybe not. No, we'll keep the element of surprise. He'll stay kind of where he's at.
All right. Give me a group deception check. You have your gray cloaks. You have Ruse unconscious with you in the boat as you row past the longboat, and you can see a couple of the Gray Patriots kind of walking along the edge, just sort of scouting along that signal you as you go past. Good Lord.
We did good this time.
You really did. That is a complete group success, even without Molly's roll.
Sorry, I was just getting ready for that.
Yeah, oh, no worries. I mean, when the lowest roll's a 13, you guys are doing just fine.
Not bad for a -1.
I rolled a 1!
You just radiate that, for the proletariat.
Yeah.
We're
I'm a
holding her
little-
down.
That is
I'm a
that
little
is a
too
group
obvious.
success overall.
Okay. So, as I suggested before, we make our way to this side of the cliff, and we scale it and take these guys out as quietly as possible.
All right, everyone, give me an athletics check to climb, please.
I'm actually good at those now.
Sheriff's just gonna end up on Max's shoulders anyways.
We have a rope of climbing.
Isn't he?
Yep.
We have a rope of climbing.
We do.
Okay. So with a
Send that out
advantage then?
first because it's
Guidance
quiet.
myself.
Yeah, that'll give you advantage.
Okay, I'll roll it.
Question about the rope of climbing, because we can send it up to anchor itself onto something, right?
It doesn't need to be anchored. It's just like a standing rope on its own.
It is magic rope.
Oh, I thought it had to tie onto something, because I thought we could, tie onto one of the kobolds' ankles and just yank them right off the cliff.
No,
That
it
might
doesn't
be
work
loud.
like that. And yeah, you'd get one of the two kobolds.
Yeah, and then the other one would scream, and we don't want this. But hey, we're disguised as gray cloaks now.
Yeah, so Seymour and Max, you climb up well ahead of everybody else. The rest of the party, it's hard, even with the rope. Each of you give me a Constitution save, please.
Constitution save?
Yep.
Oof. No bueno.
Oof.
You were fine, Seymour. You
Oh,
had a
okay,
25. Yes. Cherub, you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Ugh.
But all of you do manage to clamber up the side of the cliff. So the first ones up are Max and Seymour, as you are easily able to climb forward. Stealth checks, please.
And for future fun and shenanigans, yes, we can tell the rope of climbing to tie off on something.
6. Do we have advantage?
Just the two people who went up first, or
Yeah, it's just the two who went up first. So yeah,
We got surprised. Is that advantage?
Would I have been able to guidance?
no, because you're
guys?
climbing and you
Ooh.
guidanced yourself while you were climbing.
Right, okay.
So you make it to the top of the cliff. Nobody is surprised. They see the two of you, but it's time to roll initiative. Everybody else will get there in the second round.
3. They're going to scream. We fucked up.
Can any of you cast silence?
Oh,
You're the only one
no.
who gets it.
Shit, really?
It's like the one really good anti-spellcaster spell that I don't have access to.
Where is? There it is.
I think clerics and druids get it, and also bards, but I don't remember. Bard, cleric, ranger. Huh.
So Seymour and Max, you have crested the cliff. Everybody else is climbing. What about Index?
Index will have come over to help us. So, where do you want? Ooh, excuse me, burp. Where do you want him to start?
He could already be up there if you want.
Oh, I should roll. If he's there, then I will roll his initiative. Sorry.
Would you have had him cause some kind of distraction or noise just in the bushes?
I think we would have. Yeah.
This is the only time I will give you that. Next time you're going to have to say it. Agreed?
Well, we had
Agreed,
talked
thank you.
about causing a distraction earlier.
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
but we didn't say what that specifically.
Twig snap.
With that, you do beat their passive perceptions, which are only 8.
This is an incredible act of generosity. Pat.
It was.
It really is. So Maximilian, you are up first.
Okay.
You do have an invisible imp, so it's not like it's that much of a change.
After it makes the noise, he will make the help action as well for whoever attacks first, which will be Max.
All right. Well, I'm not going to need an attack action because I'm going to attempt to incapacitate them.
All right. Con saves.
This is my best option for getting rid of these guys silently.
A 2 and a 16. So one of them is incapacitated.
Okay. Which one was the one that's incapacitated?
The first one, the one closest to you.
Okay. All right. Seymour's about to do some rangy stuff, right?
Well, no, I'm going to make Index attack him.
Okay. Then I will step over this one and attempt to shield bash him.
All right. 14.
All right. I tried.
Bing! Yeah, he's stronger than you think, and he holds his feet. All right, that takes us. So, Seymour, it is your turn.
All right, I will use my action to have Index attack. Does he get the help action because he helped himself?
He does not.
Boo. Okay, so 17 damage.
More than enough to kill a kobold.
That's 18.
Oh, sorry, 18.
It's fine.
All right. So
And
by the
Index
time the
does his,
rest of you
thing
make
again,
it to
yeah.
the top of the cliff, these 2 kobolds have been dispatched.
Okay.
So this kobold is incapacitated until the start of your next turn, Max. So it's still alive. So top of the round is Badme. You can see Max standing over this kobold that is kind of twitching but held in place.
So he's prone and incapacitated, so I have advantage.
He's not prone.
He's
Max
incapacitated.
is just Max is just kind of straddling him. He like Riker maneuvered over top of him.
Absolutely.
Which means that any attack that hits him is an automatic crit.
Yep.
That's paralyzed. But you crit anyway.
Doesn't matter.
That is more than enough to take out this kobold. Even Chirrup nods appreciatively.
Mm-hmm.
Thumbs up.
All right. Give me a group stealth check as you make your way towards the cave entrance then.
Whoever is who's in heavy armor, Max. Index will give Max. It will go invisible and give Max the help action.
I'm going to use an action first to give myself the guidance spell for 8 hours, and then guidance myself.
All right.
All right. So I've got advantage apparently, or straight roll apparently.
Oof, should use it on myself. I believe it'd be a straight roll because you have yeah. Well, we're two peas in the pod.
Well, clank, clank, clank.
How are the Sunkiss brothers gonna get out of this one?
Yeah, I am going to say you clamber up this cliff, head to the cave entrance, peer in, and that is where we will pick up next week.
Weasels.
Ooh,
So many
good.
weasels.
We might have some issues.
In our lovely gray cloaks.
Just perhaps.
If we need to run, like just straight running, we now have both sides suspecting if they do see us, we have both sides suspecting the other of treachery.
We're in danger.
We are in danger.
That is the perfect summation of exactly what's happened here.
Yep. We fucked up every single last aspect of this whole thing.
Yep.
But we failed forward.
You have so far.
And with that, I will turn off the stream. We're going to raid Svenster's channel, friend of the show. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.